Chapter 29 The Birth of Specials Unit Revic Hunter Headquarters, Command Chamber. As the time passed, Cygnus found himself starting to worry more and more about his friends. They had been gone for far too long for a simple duel, especially since that duel was against Zero of all people. The Commander-in-Chief found his mind wondering about how powerful Shadow could really be, and if he should have labeled him as a great threat, despite the fact he had helped the Hunter several times. Following fit behind him, and much to his relief, he heard several sounds of teleportation. Only one group was bold enough to teleport directly to the command chamber instead of to the designated areas. Cygnus, however, had noticed that there was one additional teleport coming in than what he heard when they left. Cygnus turned to look at the combined group of Zero, Aelia, Iris, Axel, and Violet. The first thing the Maverick Hunter leader noticed was how down Zero looked. He also noticed them standing in sort of odd circle formation because they was late and they had just come back from a fight. He didn't pay much attention to it. "Welcome back, hunters," Cygnus said, relieved to his tone. "Out of that fight, I am glad to be back. Hatcher's not going to be happy with me," Zero stated. Cygnus turned his back to his friends and comrades and started to make his way to the commander's desk and sit in the chamber. "So, how did it go?" Cygnus inquired as he walked. "Not too well for Zero, but in the end he still won," came a very familiar voice. Cygnus quickly turned back around and looked at the rest of the group. They looked around the rest of the chamber. "Something the matter, sir?" Aelia trying to hold in a snicker. Like Aelia, the rest of the hunters were trying their hardest to keep straight faces, though the black-clad rebel didn't notice it. "It's nothing. I must be hearing things. It is late, that's all," Cygnus replied, not sure exactly who he was trying to convince, himself or them. Cygnus turned again, and this time actually made it to his desk. He turned a chair to face the collected group of hunters, glad to find relaxed for a moment. "While it wasn't an officially sanctioned mission, I still want to hear the details," the Commander-in-Chief said, leaning toward with his hands closed together, propping his elbows up on the table. "The details are simple. Zero beat me in the duel and discovered it was me," came the voice again. Cygnus was sure he wasn't hearing things this time. He had definitely heard X's voice. The Maverick Hunter leader narrowed his eyes at the hunters. The left of fight couldn't contain themselves anymore and finally started laughing. "Alright, what sort of game are you playing at?" Emulating X's voice. "I am disappointed in the lot of you. I figured for sure you all would have more respect for your fallen friend," Cygnus commented. "Who said anything about emulating, sir?" X's voice questioned again. The hunters managed to calm themselves just enough to move and break their art circle formation, and pretend them kneeling down to keep himself hidden was indeed Mega Man X. He was wearing a black robe with a hood attached to it, but beyond that it was definitely him. Cygnus' eyes went wide, and he brought his hands out to rub them. Then did a double take to make sure he wasn't seeing things. "You're alive?" was all things the commander to get out. The blue bomber sealed a nod to the commander with a soft smile on his lips. "Oh boy, this night just got even longer, didn't it?" Cygnus asked. The Commander-in-Chief got to his feet and moved toward the door leading out the commander chamber. "Come, we'll speak in my private office," Cygnus ordered. The rest of the hunters followed the commander out of the command chamber into his private office. As they walked, they got various range of different stares from multiple hunters. As they passed or they were seeing a replica they knew was dead, just casually walking along the walls with the High Commander and his friends like he hadn't been gone a day. Then they heard the whispers would start up as they finally reached Cygnus' office. The group entered. Cygnus locked the door behind him. "Alright, get started," the Maverick Hunter commander said, sitting at his desk. Much like an old mega city, X explained everything to Cygnus that he explained to his friends in full detail before moving on to the duel itself, which got a little rowdy with 6 different people speaking and fighting and going on about the fight. This fight led them all back to the all-important question Iris had asked earlier that X said he would answer. "After I went up the ledge, I was found by a young lady who was a robotics expert. An expert by the name of Dr. Lincoln Light, the great-granddaughter of Dr. Thomas Light, my creator," X answered. This took all of them by surprise, when honestly it shouldn't have. They had, after all, been dating with the great-granddaughter of Dr. Wiley, and it had never once occurred to any of them, even X, to look into if Dr. Light had any descendants. "The great-granddaughter of Dr. Light. That means she would most likely possess extensive knowledge of access systems," Cygnus said. "At worst, she knows enough to repair X, apparently," Violet stated. X nodded to 2 of them. "Lincoln found me as I lay dying and took me back to her lab. There she fully repaired me and even gave me upgrades. She also designed and built Shadow's cloak and designed the XC for me. I saved that design based off the one I used while wearing the Shadow armor and built from the CC I got from Zero a long time ago, as Katina explained. He then turned to look over at Zero and Axel. She really didn't go into detail on it, but Lincoln told me she was also responsible for teleporting you two out of Border Mine back when you first encountered the H-Hunters. X finally giving them explanation to what had been a mystery for so long. Ayla listened interested to conversation, but something X had said caused something dawn on her. Wait a minute, the Shadow armor also wouldn't have been an inspiration for your codename either, would it? Desfar asked. X blushed slightly as the others couldn't help but snicker at X's lack of creativity. It was a quick decision sort of thing. I didn't really have the chance to think through names by the time I had to give you all something to call me by. X defended himself. The others still got a good laugh on Sir Hunter. Even X in Southwind Contagion started laughing himself, the first time he had done so in a very long time. X, it's damn good to have you back, Six stated once he had all calmed down. Despite my reservations, I can't lie. It feels good to be back, X said in kind. Anyway, I know it's very late, and I'm sure you all want to catch up with X. But you all need a rest, and I want to send him to Hydra so she can run scans on his systems. Linka may know X's systems and have great technology at her disposal, but it was our system that cut the fires in the first place, so if there's anything left I am confident would catch it, and I have one more thing to discuss with you all, Cygnus explained. Cygnus bringing up scan for the X-Files, but to move down a little for the Thai group, but it was his decision reasonable and smart. Cygnus didn't turn to face Zero. I also want you to go see Hydro. Looks like you took quite a beating from Max out there, Cygnus ordered. Yeah, I will, Zero said dismissively. Before I dismiss you all for the evening, the last thing I wanted to discuss. This is something I have been pushing for a long time, but put on the back burner since we had the H-Hunters to deal with, and of course the death of X. Since you all work together so much anyway, I put in a request a while back to have you all pulled from all of your individual units and organized as one special ops-like unit. The breakdown of it will go as follows. X and Zero will still retain the ranks as commanders. Either you as well as Axel, Iris, and Phi will be elevated to the rank of commander. It's a huge step, especially for Violet, Iris, and Axel, still being relatively new to the Maverick Hunters, but the decision was approved after I put in some words and pulled some strings. Your unit will answer only to myself and those above me. The Zero unit will have a new commander put in place of the individual unit, which has already been done with the 17th since X was dead, but special units, as I have designated, will be in overall command of all units, Cygnus explained. The Maverick Hunter commander in chief leaned forward to in his chair, taking his time to look at each hunter. All you have to do is accept, Cygnus said. The group of 6 looked back and forth between one another for a few moments before returning their focus to Cygnus, and as the collected unit nodded. Cygnus smiled knowing he had made the right decision. Alright, all of you are dismissed, and X, Zero, remember to go see Hydro, the commander-in-chief ordered. X nodded and with the others turned to leave the office. The others didn't want to leave X right away since he had been severed for so long now, but they knew they had to do so for now at least. Over that time, things would go back to being normal, and it would be like X was never gone. Being confident that the virus was in fact gone from X, Zero decided to go on to the medical bay so X and Eddie could be alone together for a while, especially since she adamantly refused to leave the Arthur Hunter's side right now. When the others parted ways from them, Ellie wrapped her arm around X's and he started to walk. This feels like a dream come true. You've been gone for so long I forgot what this was like, Despard stated, letting out a happy sigh. The blue bomber looked down at his beloved and smiled at her because he felt the same way. He expected to come back too soon to his friend's girlfriend, if ever. The entire time he was gone, though, the one thing that aided him was every passing moment he was away from Alien knowing what his death had most likely done to her emotionally. After several more moments of walking, no particular destination in mind, the spotter decides to kick in. How come you left Linka, by the way? I would have figured you would have stayed with her. Learn more about your past and she probably knows, if not everything, a lot, Alien inquired. Yeah, there's a lot I could learn from her. I know I could, and I have the means to get in contact with her, and her me, but at the time I had more pressing matters on hand to attend, such as making sure the H-Hunters didn't hurt any of you. Especially you, X replied. You know, Mega Man X, you can be so sweet, Leah said. When the duel came to an empty corridor, the spotter turned hunter stopped and pulled on X's arm to do the same. X came to a stop and looked down at the woman he loved. Elliot put X more toward her, turning him to face her. She then wrapped her arms around him in a hug, and X did the same with her. She wished herself up enough so her lips were on level with his, and for the first time in what felt like forever, kissed him. X returned the kiss deeply and passionately, pulling her body more into his, until becoming once more, or once again. After what like eternity, the two finally broke from the kiss, and with smiles on their faces, keeping each other in their arms, they simply gazed into each other's eyes. Well, tonight, I also didn't expect this chapter to be as long as it turned out. Originally, I was having trouble getting this chapter started, but once I got it going, it led to, well, this. Anyway, we are on the horizon for the completion of this fic at long last. With only one chapter to go, my years-long journey will finally be completed. I know I have said it before, and I will gladly say it again. The support I have had for this fic over the years has been overwhelming, and has been all of you that has always kept me coming back time and again. No matter how long I would disappear for, so as always, thank you, all of you. I cannot express that sentiment enough. As always, R&R, no matter if it's good, bad, or troll, it all helps in some way. Till next time, my peeps.